Where's my fast, man? Is the Seattle of Central Asia?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, friends from all over the world. The people who watches us, likes us, comment us, and share us. This is me, Noor Ahmad Ansari. We travel with no YouTube channel. Once again with very, very good friends. Mr. Easton.
Assalamu
My
alaikum.
very close friend, best friend, since long time ago.
That's right.
Yeah. And his friend, Mr. Logan, he is already my friend now, very close friend. Now, it means that I have two very close friends. We're from the US. As you know, better because you follow me on videos, that I have friends from all over the world. Now I have house in all over the world. If I go to Germany, free house. If I go to US, free house. If I go to, maybe Azerbaijan, if Dawood is in Azerbaijan, because Dawood always travels, free house. Lot of places free house, and that's why I really like it. And I'm very, very happy that I can see my friends once again in Afghanistan. This is Mr. Easton's third time to come to Afghanistan, and this time he went to Wakhan Corridor. But unfortunately, because I had some work in Kabul and was with some other client, then he was also going to US to finish some work in US, then we couldn't match the date, and that's why he went solo by his friends, and I was not engaged with his travel. But I am so happy that still I have him in Badakhshan, Afghanistan, in one of the most popular hotels by the name of Bamyan. Welcome back to my country, Mr. Easton.
Thank you, and so nice to see
Tell
you again.
me about your good experiences or bad experiences from Afghanistan for the third time, from Wakhan and generally in Afghanistan.
Well, I had always wanted to visit the Wakhan Corridor because it's one of the most amazing and inaccessible places in the world. And it was always my dream to visit it on my motorcycle. I attempted this last year when I came to Afghanistan for the first time, and I realized that the road was too bad, it was too difficult, and I didn't want to go alone. So I decided to try again this year, inviting my friend Luke, who is also a motorcyclist and a mechanic.
Oh, mashallah, mechanic as
and
well.
an adventurer. So we managed to make it all the way from Kunduz to Faizabad, where we are right now, to Ishkashim, which is the start of the Wakhan Corridor, all the way down the Wakhan Valley and up into the Pamirs, all the way to the very end of Afghanistan, the very eastern end of Afghanistan, to a lake called Chukmaktin. And there we visited some ethnic Kyrgyz people who were very interesting to talk to. We played music with them. We talked with them. We had a good time there. And we came back to Faizabad yesterday. We had many difficulties with the bike, but it was worth it because the landscapes were just beautiful.
Good. And Mr. Loke, welcome to incredible Afghanistan for the first time.
Oh, thanks
What's
for
your,
having me.
impressions about Afghanistan? Please tell me.
Afghanistan has been wonderful. Very, very friendly, very hospitable people. Beautiful scenery. I came into this trip not really knowing what Afghanistan looked like. It was kind of just a spur of the moment thing, and boy, am I happy I did. It's just a view like this and a hotel like this. The Wakhan was absolutely beautiful. Very, very friendly people, very wonderful. And what an adventure. Some of the people were telling us that we're probably the first foreigners to ride out to the Wakhan, to where we went on motorcycles. So it's a neat thing to be able to possibly be the first to do something. There's not many things in this world that you can say that about nowadays. But yeah.
Mashallah, it's very good. Welcome again to Afghanistan, and I hope you come back again and again and see you more and more in rest of Afghanistan, inshallah.
For sure.
Kandahar, Bamyan, Mazar, like this gentleman that has conquered Afghanistan. Yeah, he is the conqueror of Afghanistan. He has seen every single place of Afghanistan, inshallah. I hope that you will see all Afghanistan, inshallah. Next time.
Next time, and there will be a next time.
Inshallah. I hope so. Then I want to ask you some more questions. Why do people love traveling? What's your opinion about traveling?
Traveling. Well, I think it's neat to have new experiences, to see. It's easy when you're in your every day-to-day working, and to kind of have a, I don't know, where I live and where I grew up, people are very, very friendly, very nice. It's just but there's not much variety. You know, everything is very. So it's always, I think, the motivation for a lot of people to travel and see the world is to I don't know, to see things that are unique to them, have experiences that are not what they would get at their home. So.
It's good. How do you, how to say, compare Afghanistan with other countries? I think you've been to many countries as you came to Afghanistan. Are there places to be similar with Afghanistan in terms of landscapes, you know, in terms of the culture, the history and these things?
Well, I would say that a lot of the mountains are very similar to what I'd see in the Alps, like the Italian, kind of near Italy. Some of the climate in this region is very similar to that. In fact, I posted some pictures of Faizabad, and people had told me that it looked similar to Italy. I haven't been to any sort of Central Asian country or Middle Eastern country before. Only Europe and North America, really. But yeah, I don't know. It's a very unique place for me. Easton's been around, so he might be a better person to answer that question.
MashaAllah. Then finally, to shorten it, it is worth it to come to Afghanistan and see Afghanistan, yeah?
Oh,
in your perspective.
Definitely, yeah. It's been a great experience, and yeah, I'm very, very happy, very blessed that I was able to come out.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for answering my questions. I hope that I did not hurt you asking you many questions.
No, not at all. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for all your help. It's been
welcome, bro. It's my job, and you know, you're a friend of mine, and that's why I have to help you in Afghanistan. You know that we are famous for being hospitable people and helpful people. Then if you don't help people from around the world, how can we make friends with the people?
Exactly.
And that's why we help people, and you know that it means that you also owe me. When I go to US, you'll also help me.
Definitely, yeah. You have a place in my apartment any day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. I hope that you charge me later in your apartment.
Only $50 a month.
Only $50. Yeah. Yo, for US standards, it's okay.
Yeah, the towels will cost extra.
It's so good. It's so good. Okay, Mr. Easton, what are you doing? Tell me about your activity.
Well, I'm cutting this kharbuza, this melon. They're very nice and sweet. This is the best season for fruit in Afghanistan, I believe. So we got these sour cherries and these melons, and we're eating them with a beautiful view of Faizabad in this really nice hotel.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Very happy to see you with cutting this melon or kharbuza in Afghanistan. As you know, friends, Afghanistan is so famous for having many kinds of varieties of fruits, especially in the late spring season and early summer season, even up to the end of summer season, early fall. You can find many kinds of fruits in Afghanistan, especially melon that we call it kharbuza, and watermelon that we call it tarbouz. Oh my God, you can find many, even many flavors. But you know that which provinces are so famous for having very delicious and tasty or yummy kharbuza? Do you know, Easton?
Kunduz.
Yeah, exactly. Kunduz is so popular because you can find more than 10 kinds of kharbuza in Kunduz. Like, Ghazi Khani kharbuza, like Jintur kharbuza, like Andala kharbuza, and many kinds of kharbuza. Because I'm not a farmer, I don't know many words or many names of the kharbuza, but perfect. It's so delicious, but it's the start of kharbuza.
Yeah.
It is the start of the season of kharbuza, and inshallah in next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, Afghanistan bazaar or markets will be full of kharbuza. Oh my God! Don't spend your money on energy drinks. Just buy fresh fruit and eat it without any chemicals, and very delicious. I hope that the people who have factories for the energy drinks don't get offended from me. But it's something that should be
nature's energy drink, right?
Yeah, the compliment should be given about. Yeah, it's so good. And also we have cherry here. We bought very fresh cherry. But you know where it's so famous for cherry?
Where's that?
Badakshan?
Oh yeah, exactly. You should get Afghanistan passport, bro, because you know a lot about Afghanistan and Afghanistan foods. Yeah, Badakhshan is so famous, especially Baharak.
Yeah.
And there is a district by the name of Shohada. Next time, inshallah, when you come, it is worth it to be in Badakhshan for 4 days or 3 days, and we can go to Shohada. I will take you to the pure and fresh nature of Shuhada that I will go inshallah maybe in next 2 or 3 days, or maybe after Eid, I don't know, it's not a specific yet, but it's, oh my God, you cannot believe, very good. Fresh water, cold water, you can see even the icy water there. This cherry is very delicious there, and it's very cheap there. It's very cheap there. Yeah, I like it, and it's so good. If you don't have much blood or more blood, if people skinny like look at me, yeah, after eat lots of cherry, but people so chubby like Easton must not eat because it will be, you know, make a problem for him. Yeah. My buddy, you're so how to say, skillful for cutting the kharbuza.
Not that skillful.
Yeah, you're skillful. Okay, Mr. Easton, keep up your work and also answer me please some questions.
Okay.
What's your opinion about traveling? Why do people should travel, and what is travel necessary for or beneficial for?
Well, I think, like Luke said, people travel to see new things, to meet new people with different ideas. And Afghanistan is a great place for that. People here have an outlook on life that's different from our countries, and I find it very interesting to talk to them about their ideas about things. And just in general, people here are so hospitable and kind. It's very easy to talk to people. They're always extremely polite and hospitable. They've invited me into their homes many times. It's almost something you can expect here, whereas in other countries it might not even be possible. So I would say that's the main reason to visit Afghanistan, the people.
MashaAllah, that's good, it's good. As I have noticed from your speeches, you like the mountains a lot and climbing in the mountains a lot. And maybe one time we go to Nuristan, as we went there one time for the first time, maybe for the second time, we go to the different places of Nuristan and do some hikings.
Yeah, that's right.
I also love hiking, but I have tried it very little, and maybe we can try it more and more with Mr. Luke, and maybe for some other people.
Yes.
We can go to Kamdesh and other places of Nuristan, like Bargi Matal. And,
yes.
Mandul, these places, because fully mountainous. And in Badakshan, also you can go to Shugnan, you can go to Darwaz.
This is something I will say. I think there are many unexplored hiking routes in Afghanistan, just because the history of the place and how people get around was generally walking. It is still walking for many districts like Nuristan. Most people walk from village to village or take their animals with them. And these hiking routes are unmapped generally and unexplored by foreign tourists. So I think it's a great thing to explore. Also, Badakhshan, I have to say, has some of the most beautiful mountains I've ever seen. Especially the road between Kunduz and Faizabad and Ishkashim has just amazing, breathtaking landscapes that you really can't find in Europe. It's a much different sort of beauty. So I would recommend people to come here because it's a very, very little visited part of Afghanistan, I would say, but it deserves more appreciation.
Yes, sure. The current government also tries, as we see, because we work in this industry, in this business, then we can notice about some progress. The current government also want to promote or flourish this business or industry in Afghanistan, because Afghanistan has been untouched, unseen since a long time ago because of the instabilities, insecurities, and wars. But now I think the opportunity has been paved for the people to come and to see Afghanistan. And as we can see, for 2 or 3 years, people are coming a lot, maybe this time more and more. But sometimes, some tragic events happen, incidents happen. But as far as I think, it's not something worryable, because these things happen everywhere.
Yeah.
If you go on Google, the mass shooting, you can find it even in the US, even in Germany, even in, everywhere. Like some bad attack happened yesterday in India, killed too many people in India. Like, a very bad mass shooting in Russia happened, or even in French happened. These kinds of things happen, but it does not, scare the people not to go or not. Then we recommend Afghanistan to people that they are looking for adventures in the mountains and the history for this, that Afghanistan is a historical, country for having more than 5,000 years history. When you go to Balkh, you see that a city by having 4,000 years history. When you go to Buddha statues, very long. When you go to Hira, you have been to Hira. I also have been to Hira like 3 times or 4 times. lots of history. And the people who are, infatuated with history, then they can come to Afghanistan. The visa can be, obtainable so easily, no problem. Problems exist everywhere, but I hope that problems get better and better. That the people in the world, that they are not, engaged with politics, just tourists, just regular people. From Afghanistan go to US, from US come to Afghanistan, yeah? From Germany come to Afghanistan, from Afghanistan go to Germany. Yeah, it should be. It's like a dream, but I hope that it happens.
That's right.
Yeah. Because this is the nature of the human that wants to create problems.
Travel.
Yeah. It still wants to travel, yeah. Then it's good. Let's start with the kharbuza, please.
Sure.
Please. Yeah, you first, please. You guess. Mashallah. How does it taste?
Very good. So good and so sweet. I really love this melon. Do we have this?
Wow.
The green melon, I think cantaloupe or
Cantaloupe.
I forget the green ones, what they're called. I know the orange ones, I think they're called cantaloupe. But very flavorful. It's interesting. The taste is slightly different than what we would have I think the ones in the United States are grown in Mexico, but they're not as these taste more natural, less
Genetically modified.
less genetically modified. I imagine these are grown in someone's backyard on a farm or something instead of grown in a 4,000 acre Monsanto plantation. Bought them right off the truck. How much do these cost?
150. Yeah.
So
For 7 kilos.
7 kilos. Yeah, 150 for 7
So
kilos.
about $2
Yeah.
for 7 kilos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be like one of these. I think in the U.S. would be maybe $4 or $5,
Oh.
if that. So not as good quality.
Yeah.
You
Like my previous Singaporean friend and client say that maybe I'm here in Afghanistan for 12 days or 13 days or 14 days, but I want to use most out of it. Why? Because if I eat a strawberry in Singapore, it will cost me, for a very small portion of it, like $15 or $20. But here for 50 Afghani, I can buy a very big portion. Oh, if I use apples here for 100 Afghani, I can get like 10 apples, because it's still not the season for apple, but we have the apple. Maybe it's imported from Iran and somewhere else, but still it's too cheap in Afghanistan. I want to eat, like melon, mango. Oh my God, mango. We eat lots of mangoes in Kabul.
Yeah.
Very delicious.
We've been having a lot
It was
of
like
that.
for 1 melon, 20 Afghani. For the little bit better one, 30 Afghani. He said that 1 melon maybe like $10.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
You
For
can
10 melon, $100? Ooh, for $100 in Afghanistan, you can buy many
a
kinds
truck
of
of
food.
melons.
Yeah. That's why Afghanistan is rich, and these things, alhamdulillah. It's very good. Please use cherry. Yeah, try cherry. Please. Mr. Easton also can speak Farsi. He knows Russian. He knows German. And totally, he's a very talented guy. Can be like a genius of the US.
Oh.
Yeah.
You are very talented.
Yeah,
Because
you also
speak Farsi and Pashto and
Thank
Uzbeki
you
and
so
English.
much. Yeah.
All very well.
No, it's good. A person who wants to be something for the community, for the society, or for himself should know something. The person who just sleep, just lazy, and just doesn't do anything, I don't think that he or she is a good girl or good boy. And that's why we all should try in our life to be someone useful and fruitful. What do you think?
Make yourself as marketable as you can. Always acquire skills. Never stop learning, even if it's not in school.
Yeah.
That's right.
We should try to update ourselves.
Yeah.
To be updated.
Yeah.
To be updated is better than be someone living one century, before.
Complacency kills. You
Sure. Supplementary.
be on your toes and never stop improving yourself.
For sure.
The minute you give up is the minute the world gives up on you.
100%. You know that Mr. Easton is a very motivated person. He always try to motivate me in learning new things, and I also got so motivated from this guy for the first time, as I told before. You might have in our culture it's not good to give compliments about a person, you know, in front of him, but still okay. Yeah, because he really deserves that. It was the guy that motivated me to be a tour guide. And the second guy who motivated me to be a YouTuber and start from the zero, and also made me more professional, is Mr. Dawood Akhundzada. That he came 2 times in Afghanistan, and inshallah next year maybe he comes for the Wakhan Corridor to have adventure here also. Then I really appreciate both of you. I really thank you. And other motivation I got from you is learning, you know, Russian. Because, you know, I think that I'm good in learning languages, but I'm so bad in learning mathematics, as I was in school.
Well,
because,
you're just like me.
Exactly. I had a teacher in a school. It was telling us that if you wanna learn language, then you have to get rid of the mathematics and arithmetics and these things. Scientific, you know,
just
subjects.
focus on
Exactly.
on the language.
But if you want to learn, you know, scientific things, then you have to get rid of the language. Then I think it's true, because I was focusing a lot on languages. I learned English, I learned Uzbeki, I learned Pashto, but I didn't learn mathematics. I really don't know. Even, you know, some very basic mathematics
Like 1
skills.
+ 1.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Oh yeah, it's okay. It's very basic, but you know, something little bit, you know, more than that. But my brother, you know him, Shabir. He's so good in mathematics.
Yes.
He knows lots of formulas in chemistry, in physics, in mathematics, in arithmetics. But he's not that good in English in languages, because he focuses a lot in these kinds of skills. And that's why if I want to learn any language, I think it needs efforts, but it's possible. Yeah, like I know some words in Russian, like как дела, как ты, пока, да, привет, добрый день, добрый вечер, доброе утро, и что делаешь, yeah, как тебя зовут, yeah, like I think I eat.
It's actually very impressive how much you've learned without having been to any of these countries that speak Russian.
Only one of my clients from Kazakhstan taught me this.
But you remember it all very quickly.
For 2 days.
So I think you can learn Russian.
Yeah. And that's why I'm very infatuated to learn a new language, and it can be Russian. I think easier than German, because I tried German, but it's too hard. It's too hard, I think. But the Russian is a little bit, I think, easier for me. Or I tried to learn some Chinese. I learned from 1 to 8, I think, like I, R, San, Se, U, Liu, Chi, Pa. Like maybe my pronunciation is not that good, but still I know.
All right,
Yeah. Ni hao ma, like she, and these things. Yeah, like moi mitakulu in Finnish, bakakos in, you know, in Croatian language. Or maybe hi caramba in French, or amigo. Yeah, I think I'm good in learning languages, and I hope that I'll learn a new language. Yeah, at least a new language.
Well, I have to also thank you, because there's one thing I'll say. When I first came to Afghanistan, I felt very lost. I didn't know how this country worked. I didn't know how to talk to people. I didn't know how to travel around. It wasn't until I met Ansari John that I really started to appreciate Afghanistan and feel relaxed, at ease here, and start to learn how this country works. And now, you know, it's my 3rd time. I feel very comfortable here. So thank you for making me appreciate Afghanistan, introducing me to this country. I definitely would not come back as many times as I have if it were not for you.
Yeah. No, welcome, bro. That it was like a job and like a responsibility for me, because you know, we when we met, then we liked each other and we became friends with each other. It's Islamic way to have friends, you know, from everywhere, and there's no problem. And this is so good to be, you know, more sociable and, how to say, more outgoing. I think, it's a word in English. Then it was like a responsibility, because in Islam it is said, when you promise someone to do something, if you don't do that, then you will get sinful. and that's why it was my job to help you, and also I thank you for introducing me to this industry and bringing me to this industry, because I was dreaming about it, and I thought that I had that skill to be like that. But first by the help of Allah, and after that by the help of you as a tool, or how to say, as a connections and relation in Afghanistan, I made it come true, and now Alhamdulillah I have had many clients, and next inshallah time I will have more clients. And Mr. Luke is also a very good friend of mine now. I meet him, he's such a friendly guy and very cordial, and I'm so happy to meet him, and inshallah hope to see him again in Afghanistan for having more pleasurable time, or how to say good time or great times inshallah together. And it is so good to have good friends. For example, there were some people or some friends of mine or some teachers of mine, they were telling me that Noor, you know Uzbeki, you know Farsi, you know little bit Pashto, you know English, then it means you're 4 people. Yeah, it means you're 4 people.
Yeah.
Then if I learn Russian, I'm 5 people.
5 people,
If I learn German, I'm 6 people.
Yeah.
Then it is a blessing of God that the God has given it to us. Then we have to use these blessings.
That's
if
right.
we sleep and lie down and just pray to God that God send us money from sky, it's not possible. Allah says, or God says, that just work and Allah will give you more blessings, and that's so good. Then if I have 1 friend, it means that I have 1 house. If I have 2 friends, it means I have 2 houses. If I have 3 friends, it means I have 3, 4, 5 and million house.
That's right.
And that's why it's better to get in touch or get along or put up with many friends from different people, from different countries, and everyone from every religion. In our religion is appreciated, is welcomed, because if someone comes from the US, if he's Christian, then in our religion it is said that he's like a guest, then try to treat him like a very close guest and friend, like our Prophet did. And it's like a responsibility for us to do that. But this is a world problems, full of difficulties, but we try to figure it out inshallah, no problem. Then I think it has been a very friendly speech or talking among 3 of us here in Badakshan, Afghanistan, and I'm so happy to meet these guys again and again, and I really appreciate their coming to Afghanistan and welcomed them to Afghanistan again and again. And I really wanted to document our moments. Now that we have the opportunity, maybe tomorrow we don't have this opportunity, maybe the day after tomorrow we don't have this opportunity to document this, to share with the people by YouTube, and also to share it for our offspring or our infants in the future, that they see and says, oh, this is my father Easton, this is my father Logan, this is my father Noor, Ahmad Ansari, and they were like good friends, and this is like a memory, and something documented will be better and better. And that's why thank you so much for being part of my interview or part of my YouTube.
Well, thank you for having us as your guests, and it was so nice to see you again.
Yeah, me too. Inshallah, see you more and more.
Okay.
And also, thank you. Yeah, see you soon, guys. Try to prepare a trip for Afghanistan. Here, Noor is at your service. Yeah, have a good time. See you soon.